Good afternoon.
Braden here, receiving an English invite to an exclusive dinner. In this lesson, you'll learn about nouns and prepositions and about formal dinners.
This conversation takes place in the morning at a meeting.
And it's between the chairman and Jennifer.
They are in an official meeting, so they are speaking professionally.
Let's listen to the conversation. Okay, so everyone is agreed that Jeffrey Nye will take Daniel Giesbrecht's place as our new keynote speaker. Excellent. Is there any other business?
Sir, I'd like to remind everyone of the banquet that we're going to have on Thursday night.
Yes, that's right. Please take the floor.
Each year, the International Relations Department puts on a banquet in connection with the seminar. The entire committee is invited, and you may bring with you one guest. This dinner is closed to the public.
That's right. For those of you who have not been with us in past years, I would like to stress that this is a formal banquet for committee members, International Relations Department members, and delegates. And this year, we're expecting around 80 attendees.
We have reserved the Brazilian steakhouse Fogo de Chão starting at 7.
Let's bring this meeting to a close for today. Our next meeting will take place in 2 weeks on February 18th. We wanted to talk a bit about formal dinners.
Formal dinners, or formal banquets, are very common in academic settings. Seminars, conventions, galas, and symposiums frequently have some kind of closed session, formal banquet for the experts or delegates invited.
The dress code for these formal dinners can vary dramatically. For the most part, however, a black tie dress code is the most common. Black tie events require that the men wear black tuxedos with black bow ties.
This is the standard dress for weddings in the United States.
There also exists a white tie dress code. In the United States, the white tie dress code has been largely replaced by black tie dress.
The only time I have ever seen a man in a white tie dress was the conductor of a large metropolitan symphony playing classical music. The musicians wore black tie attire.
Okay, let's take a look at the vocabulary for this lesson. The first word we'll look at is
Shall we?
when used with let's, a suggestion to do something.
Shall we? Shall we?
Our next word is
Keynote.
introductory speech given at the beginning of a conference.
Keynote. Keynote.
Next is
Night.
period of darkness after sunset.
Night. Night.
Our next word is
Delegate.
a person who represents others in a conference.
Delegate. Delegate.
Next is
Department.
a division of a large organization.
Department. Department.
And our last word is
Members.
an individual, thing, or organization belonging to a larger group.
Members. Members.
Let's have a closer look at the usage for some of the words and phrases from this lesson.
In the dialogue, we heard the phrase, "Let's bring this to a close for today."
This phrase is used to close some kind of event. The prepositional phrase, for today, used at the end, indicated that they are dealing with something that will happen again on some other day.
You can use this phrase to either close a particular topic of discussion for the day or to close the entire meeting for today.
This is often used by meeting leaders when the discussion within the meeting has become unproductive or a next step cannot be defined.
This is a polite phrase compared to, "The meeting is over," or "Stop talking about that." It's also phrased using the word let's to show unity among the group.
For example, let's close this for today, or let's bring this to a close for today. Sometimes it's used to remind the group that they should be working together and not working against each other. let's bring this to a close for today, especially if there has been some disagreements within the discussion. So could you break this down for us?
Let's bring this to a close for today.
And one time fast.
Let's bring this to a close for today.
Our next phrase is there any other business? The chairman asked this to make sure that each relevant topic had been discussed during the meeting.
Here the word business refers to topics to be discussed and not some other company.
Could you break this down for us?
Is there any other business?
And one time fast.
Is there any other business?
Okay, so let's take a look at the grammar point.
The focus of this lesson is nouns and prepositions.
In the dialogue, we heard the phrase,
Each year, the International Relations Department puts on a banquet in connection with the seminar.
in this lesson, we're going to specify a preposition. Then we're going to give you a short list of nouns and a sample sentence using that noun-preposition combination.
Let's start with between. Use between preceded by the following nouns.
First, connection. An example sentence would be, there is no connection between the two crimes.
Second, relationship. The sample sentence would be, the relationship between the two friends was very strong.
Now, let's take a look at the preposition for.
Use for preceded by the following nouns.
First, a check, as in for an amount of money. A simple sentence would be, she gave me a check for $50.
Second, need. Sample sentence, there is a real need for discipline in this class.
Next, let's have a look at in. Use in preceded by the following nouns. First, rise. A good sample sentence would be, there has been a rise in prices recently.
Second, increase. Sample sentence, we have seen many increases in production levels.
Next, we'll look at of. Use of preceded by the following nouns.
First, cause. Sample sentence, she is the cause of all his problems.
Second, photograph or picture. He took a photograph of the mountains.
Next, we'll look at to. Use to preceded by the following nouns.
First, we'll look at damage. A simple sentence would be, I did a lot of damage to my car the other day.
Second, reaction. Her reaction to his behavior was quite comical.
Last, we'll look at with. Use with preceded by the following nouns.
First, relationship. My relationship with Mary is wonderful.
Second, contact. For example, have you had any contact with Sarah? That just about does it for today.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for listening.
See you next time. Bye.
Okay, so everyone is agreed that Jeffrey Nye will take Daniel Giesbrecht's place as our new keynote speaker. Excellent. Is there any other business?
Sir, I'd like to remind everyone of the banquet that we're going to have on Thursday night.
Yes, that's right. Please take the floor.
Each year, the International Relations Department puts on a banquet in connection with the seminar. The entire committee is invited, and you may bring with you one guest. This dinner is closed to the public.
That's right. For those of you who have not been with us in past years, I would like to stress that this is a formal banquet for committee members, International Relations Department members, and delegates. And this year, we're expecting around 80 attendees.
We have reserved the Brazilian steakhouse Fogo de Chão starting at 7.
Let's bring this meeting to a close for today. Our next meeting will take place in 2 weeks on February 18th.